Derek here with the Small Group Network, hanging out at Accelerate, Minnesota with our friends from River Valley Church here. Hey guys.
Hey.
Thank you so much for joining us and for taking the time to be here. So we just concluded our 3-day workshop. What were your guys' takeaways? What did you get out of this conference that empowered you to go back home to your church and build your group's ministry?
I love it because we're thinking differently about life groups. We have done a lot with life groups and have a really healthy life group program at River Valley, but there's a lot of things we can do better. We're really excited to help with the health of our coaches and leaders and think differently about how we do open and closed groups. We have definitely gone down the path of multiplication, and we kind of are going to take a season to slow down a little bit to help our leaders be more healthy. So
absolutely.
And I love this conference because it helped me take a pause and step back and look at what we're doing and actually really look at that mission and vision of River Valley. What are we doing? What is that DNA? There's a lot of great churches in the Twin Cities. What is unique to our church? How is God using our church? And how is our life group ministry reflecting that? And just kind of coming back to the core of our church and what we're doing.
I think it's really easy for churches to get kind of a tunnel vision. When you're trying to focus on an initiative, you start to just only see things one way, and I thought it was very eye-opening to see things from another perspective and be able to take a step back and say, like, are we thinking about things this way? Are we considering this as an option? And wow, okay, what is the strengths in doing it this way? What's the strengths in doing it that way? And I think it just helps you take more of a healthy perspective on the bigger picture in general.
Yeah, one thing that I've loved is that I really love like evaluation. I think it's such an important part to growth, and such a main component of Accelerate has been that you have to really honestly evaluate where you're at, what your purpose and mission is, but also practically what are your groups doing right now? What is your church doing right now? What is your and so, but then beyond that, it's not just okay, well now we evaluated where we're at and we're just now what? It's okay, well here are practical steps you can take, or what steps are you going to take? How are you going to hold yourself and each other accountable to that, so that it's actually going to end up with growth instead of just evaluation and then feeling bad about where you're at.
I love the intentionality that Steve had, where he what's your calendar? Here's your next steps. How are you actually going to implement it? Because oftentimes we'll talk about it and that's exciting, and then nothing ever happens. So to come out with a calendar, dates, here's the specifics, and then I love how he ended it was, hey, meet with another church and say, here's what we're going to do, and then hold each other accountable. Really makes it practical, and you can put an action plan in place versus just talking about it and then a year later you're in the exact same spot as you were before.
He pretty much hands you a plan, an action plan on a silver platter. It's this is everything you absolutely need. And it's just, all you have to do is be able to take it and run with it and make it happen, and that is a blessing.
He gives you the framework, but you fill it in and make it personal for your church, and so that's what we did. And there's some things that we need a lot of improvement, and other areas that we can build on. So
And I loved how even just sitting in one room where there's people who are passionate about community and small groups, we're all together, yet we're able to break out into these little workshop times, and it's not just Steve saying this is what's working and you're going to do what we're doing. It's, here are some principles and concepts, think about this and apply it to where God has you.
Great stuff, guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us, and we look forward to all that God's going to do with the group life at River Valley.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.